Hey, what's good everyone? Look, Last Man here. Looking at a heater here over our party room, skate room area. It's not working. So what's going on here? First thing, I know it's not ice related. I know this is not Zamboni or ice maintenance, but I feel these videos are somewhat important to do to give other drivers, maintenance people at ice rinks confidence to dig into stuff. And certainly there's better videos to watch if you want to look at how to fix a heater. Certainly better videos, more videos out there on how to diagnose what's wrong with the heater. I certainly encourage you guys to look at them if you're looking to fix a heater at your rink or even at your house. But there's a few basic things that's going on here. Like again, this is just a video just to show you kind of what I'm doing and just kind of give you guys confidence to dig into things, to try things. Sometimes you have to call a technician out, but it doesn't hurt to take a look at things. So if you turn on here, I'm gonna hold this switch down here. You can hear that this thing right here is humming, and that's the inducer motor. So what's happening is that this motor is supposed to turn on first, and it creates a suction on this pressure switch right here. And if this pressure switch closes, it allows us to the next step. And I believe, and this is where I can be a heater technician, that get this fan over here. All right, I'm gonna stop myself right there before I just start telling half truths and kind of misleading you guys. I just want to make sure I get everything correct. Again, if you're looking for a good HVAC video, this is not it. This is to give you confidence, drivers confidence to tackle some projects around the rink. You know, just in case you had to. If you have the money, call an HVAC guy. You focus on the ice. But at our rink, sometimes we gotta do to get things fixed. So again, the sequence of operation, the order operation, it's really important to know this to try to diagnose something. So I don't want to dive too much into this. I just about to misspeak. So I don't want to give you guys some misinformation. So start. Thermostat calls for heat by closing contacts. Furnace, does the furnace have a draft motor? When most newer furnaces have draft motors, it's not, dive into that. So draft motor, that's what's not working. You saw there, it wanted to start, but it won't start. It's kind of seized up right there. The bearings are frozen. So induced draft motor starts and runs a purge for 15 to 30 seconds, closes centrifugal switch. So the draft motor runs for about 15 to 30 seconds, clears the air out, brings some fresh air in, and that's pretty much what it does. It just starts, it runs for about 10 to 13 seconds, 15 to 30 seconds. We don't have a centrifugal switch, we have a vacuum switch. So as soon as that suction happens, again, our furnace is really old. This may be for a newer furnace with different styles and newer technologies, but this furnace right here has a pressure switch that when there's suction, it closes and goes to the next order operation, which right here is igniter. Igniter type, hot surface, electronic spark, or standard pilot light. Well, standard pilot light, if you got one of those things, I'd be looking to upgrade your furnace. You probably get something a little more efficient. You're going to have one of these two. So we're going to go with the electronic spark because that's what's in this furnace. So again, call for heat, draft motor starts, runs for 15, 30 seconds, switch closes, electronic spark happens, pilot side of gas valve opens and lights pilot. Thermocouple verifies pilot is lit. So as soon as the pilot is lit and the pilot thermocouple verifies the pilot is lit, then the gas valve opens up, burner lights, the main gas valve, so to say. So as soon as that happens, this flame sensor, burner flame sensed by flame sensor, let's go to no. So if there's no flame, it's going to go to, it's going to repeat basically the procedure 2 to 3 times. And if there is no flame, it's going to lock out, call technicians, something's going on. So the gas burner opens and the burner lights, burner flame sensed by flame sensor, then 90 to 150 seconds later, upper limit switch closes, allows the furnace blower to start. And this is what I was going to misspeak. I was going to say the furnace blower starts right after the inducer motor starts, but that makes sense. You want everything getting warm first before you start moving, cold air throughout the house or throughout the building. So really quickly here again, start, calls for thermostat, calls for heat by closing contacts. Inducer draft motor starts, runs for 15, 30 seconds. Type of ignition, electronic spark. So inducer motor, electronic spark, gas valve opens. If the gas valve opens, the flame goes on. Flame sensor senses flame, calls for furnace blowers to starts. and you got heat. So and I kind of skipped a bunch of different things because each heater has something a little bit different and depend on if you have high and low. You can see right here there's more definitions, and I guess I should call this guy. Damn, I'm sorry, bro. I just kind of looked at that right now. Sorry about that, man, but I'm not looking to get paid or anything. So yeah, I'm sorry, man. I give you my props right here because you made a nice little flow chart for us Zamboni drivers to look at. How about that? So there's your, maybe I'll send this guy $10. I don't know. Anyway, so this is just the basics on how a furnace starts. There is an order operation. If you understand the order operation, if you understand, if you get able to put a lot of different things together, if you fix a little bit different things, wiring, using I've been meaning to do a video on how to use a voltmeter. If you could do a bunch of little things, you could figure things out. In some cases, if you can't figure it out, call the HVAC guy up, watch him what he's doing. So what happens next time, maybe a little bit better equipped to figure things out. And you know what? I learned a bunch of stuff at work. So when I come home, I could work on my stuff. If I see something's wrong, and like an example right here, let's say we got the inducer motor starts, the ignition starts, you got flame, everything's going, main gas valve opens up, and all of a sudden the thing shuts down. So it's not your inducer motor. You probably know it's not your electronic spark. There's a lot of things it's not. If you're getting flame, the main gas valve opens, and you're getting main flame opening up, but then it shuts down. It could be that, because your furnace blower doesn't start. It could be you have a bad furnace blower. It could be that your upper limit switch is broken. Sorry for those beeps. It could be your upper limit switch is broken. That doesn't allow it to go to the next step. On our furnace right here, there's a capacitor that stopped working. The capacitor, the blower motor is so big, it's only a single phase, and it really needs 2 or 3 phases to get a motor like that going. There's a capacitor that kind of jump starts that motor going. So I knew that I was getting all this stuff right here happening, but the blower motor wasn't started. So I kind of looked at this capacitor and did some testing. I just Googled how to test a capacitor, or YouTubed it. And okay, well, the capacitor's bad. Order me a new capacitor, switch it out. Furnace was working, so that's great. But next time I tried to diagnose the furnace, I couldn't figure it out. Call someone. It was the main computer board. It was broken. Like there's nothing I could have done for that. I'm gonna have to probably call someone out to fix it anyway. You win some, you lose some. But if you understand a little bit, it'll take you a long way. So let's go ahead and get back to the rest of the video. Place here, and as well as over here, see this heater over here I've fixed in the past. Like on this side over here, you can see right here that there's the coil right here. I call it a coil. I can call it a coil. I think it's a coil. Got these coils right here. These are starter coils that help start the motor here. Because this thing right here, this big fan, it needs a little kick start. The basic 120 won't start it, so you need a little coil right there. Pretty sure I'm saying that right, a coil that helps kind of kick starts it. So those are things to look at on your heater to make sure everything's working. We do have another furnace on the other side that was being used. It's no longer used, so I have a spare inducer motor. I pulled out of it, and this pressure switch went bad. We can certainly pull parts out of it. So what I need to do is I need to get some parts out here. Now there's a sneaky one that is stuck right here. No, it's not there in this one. The other one, when I took it off, there's a hole right there. And there's a bolt right there. A screw. There you go, there's one. Now this green comes down here, so you gotta remember where that goes. Into the gas valve. This looks like the ground to me. Right down there. Okay. You got a vacuum hose. And I got the main wiring harness. Alright. So this is an old furnace, so definitely got our money's worth. At this point, we're just throwing parts at it to try to keep it going. And to test to see if this is working, you just suck on it. You can kind of hear it close, and then you put continuity, like a voltmeter on that, to test if it was working, basically, if it closed. All right, let's go turn the power back on here. Our door switch. Juicer motor. Should get spark. Come on. Should have left it alone. There you go. There's spark. There's flame. So now the next thing should happen is this thing right here should roll on. That's the next thing. I think that has to heat up first, or something has to happen. Come on. Come on. There we go. We got heat. Woo! Victory. And I needed that. We needed that. I can't tell you how much we needed that. I came in the party room here. You can hear the heater. You can definitely smell the heater. It has been running for a while. 54 degrees. Set for 66. A little battery there. We gotta get the battery right there. So reset the time too. Is that right? That's about right. 8:33. 8:37. There's the party room. There's a ladder right there. It's upstairs. All right, get the heater working. Like I said, this is more of a video about giving drivers, maintenance crew, ice rinks, the confidence of digging into things, especially with YouTube nowadays. You get so many things you can look up on YouTube, order operation, trying to figure things out. All right, I think that's enough babbling. Go throw a comment down there because all those comments always make the channel better. Let me know what you guys do at your rink. Is this something that you'd, farm out to someone else? You give it a shot. I guess different rinks, different. It's all over the place. I know some rinks like me, you guys would be into this. Try and check it out. I just like to fix things, so it's kind of fun. And I'll call someone if I can't figure it out, but dig into it a little bit. A couple of days ago, I was looking at the popcorn machine, so things go from the popcorn machine to heater to Zamboni really quick. So again, throw a comment down there. Comments always make the channel better. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching. As always, hope you learned something. Like Local Iceman says, stay cool.